Okay, this is the second of two videos on netacad. So here I am on my computer. We saw this before, but I'm going to show it to you one more time. Hopefully at this point in time, you've been into your Cisco account and so forth and working on that. You are all now enrolled in the course on netacad for this course. So let's click on it. I have to log in. Let's see how busy they are today. So use my email. Redirecting to stick. So comes up as I'm teaching. This is not what you see, but I'll show it in a little while. So the first course here, ELE-111 DO1 Fall 2020 is this online course, Internet of Things. And I'm going to launch the course. And I'll show you a couple things that I see that you don't see. One would be grades. There's a student view over here, but before I go to that, let's just take a look at grades. Under grades, what happens is, I don't want to embarrass anyone with your names, there's no grades in here, but what you see here is the Connecting Things Chapter 1 quiz, 2, 3, 4, the various quizzes for the course. As I mentioned before, there's a end of course survey. You have to be able to take that, or you have to do that before you can take this guy in the final exam. So basically your grade in this course is determined by several things. Certainly there are questions about the PowerPoint presentations, but there's also this course, and the majority of your grade will come out of this course, the Connecting Things quizzes. And I'll actually show you some of those quizzes, or we'll take a look at the quiz. And you can take them as many times as you need to, I believe, and only the highest grade is shown. So let's get out of here, and let's go, if we can see where we are here. Let's go to assignments. And I guess I'm going to have to start at home. Let's do the student view. In the student view, this is what you actually see for your screen. So we have home, modules, discussions, grades, assignments, and quizzes. So we launched the course. It turns out that here's the course. We've seen this before in the other video. I'm not going to spend much time on things we've covered before, but again, if you want to take a look at the first video about this, you can go back to course content for week number 1. So again, here we come up with the course. You really should go through chapter 0, the course introduction. Let's jump up to chapter 2 here. It says learn electronics, basic electronics technology and concepts. What is electronics? And we jump into the material. So in this chapter or module, they talk about electronics. Again, you want to learn how to navigate. We got a next button down here. I'll bring up the next screen, talk a little about the structure of atoms and so forth. You have a PowerPoint presentation, a little more detail, Ohm's law, a lot more detail. I'm going to give you basic circuits, and again, a lot more detail. Here's a lab. The world runs on circuits, series and parallel circuits, passive, active, linear, and nonlinear circuits. Now, I go over and give you much more detail about this stuff. Cisco is a networking company. They are really not a company that deals with electronics, and the people who write this courseware for them are not probably very versed in electronics, and they just give you a little bit to be dangerous. I'm going to give you a lot more so you can be more dangerous, I guess. So anyway, we go through this, and again, this is a kind of their introduction to electronics. I think we've shown this before. You can take and drag and drop things over here. Let me just put them all in random order. I'm not even looking at them. I have no clue. Probably get them all wrong, but probability-wise, that wouldn't be correct. I should get 50% of them right, but I doubt that's going to happen. So let's just take, I just dragged them over there randomly. Let's do a check. Oh, incorrect. I really only got 2 out of the about 8 correct here. So probability says by flipping a coin, I'd get more than that. But it turns out one of the possibilities is I only get 2 out of the 8 correct. I could have got none right, or I could have got all right. But it turns out that, again, maybe I can drag him back over there. We know that those are right. So, you know, by trial and error, I could probably figure out what's going on. And of course, maybe I would read them to see exactly what the correct answers are. So we move along from there, come up to the next screen. It shows a digital oscilloscope. So again, the content is there. You want to go over the content. When you're done with the content, what you need to do is to go to the quizzes. So course index, I haven't got back there yet where I want to go. Let's see, search, course input box, reads pages, return to class. So if I return to class, this brings me back here. Now, you see I have grades, assignments, and quizzes. Under assignments, let's take a look and see what we see there. Here we go, connecting things, chapter 1. This is all not in the correct order, so that's interesting. Let's take a look at quizzes. And here's the practice quizzes. So I'm not too sure here. I'm gonna have to go back into this and make sure this works. Let's take a look at the connecting quizzes here, chapter 1. I might have to reorganize those, order those things. So I go back here, and I think you have to take and do the quizzes, although it doesn't look like that to me right now. I'm gonna have to check this, that symbol there. I'm not sure I like that. Let's click on here. If I click on this guy, it brings me to this guy, which I click on, and it brings me to that guy. But I think you have to do them in the assignments. It says due, no due date, time limit none, allowed attendance unlimited. I've just linked this stuff, so I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you have to do them in assignments. If you do them in quizzes, although if I click on quizzes, you'll discover that the little rocket, which means they're activated, ready to go. I'm just hoping that, you know, it turns out that your results will go into the grade book, and we'll have to check on that to make sure that's the case. So again, I would do stuff in assignments. I will take and go back to this. I've had a couple of problems with putting this stuff here up and having a correct order, so I will work on that some more. But obviously, you could probably scroll down here. That's chapter 1. There's chapter 2. Connecting things. I don't see a scroll bar. Here we are. Scroll bar over here. They're all there, but not really quite in the same order as they were in the grade book. So I'll work on that. If I can't correct them, just do them and, you know, scroll down to get them in the order you need to. Okay, so let's take a look again at one of these. So let's take a look at chapter 1 and click on it again. Brings us to the quiz. We go and scroll down. So it says take the quiz. So let's try the quiz. So I think there was 19 questions here. So let's take and scroll down again, find the correct scroll bar. Question number 1, which level of the Internet of Things reference model describes data storage? That probably is data accumulation. There's 4 possible answers here. So you click on the one that you believe is the correct answer. Question number 2, what are 3 alternative methods of powering IoT systems deployed in remote locations? So, you know, if it's a remote location, they're intimating there's no power there. So certainly solar would be a possibility. We can have a solar panel and batteries. AC line power would be a good one. Power over internet, PoE, not a good one. So 3 alternative methods. Vibration, it's very possible. You could take in just things vibrating could generate electricity. Most of the IoT systems employ microcontrollers, and some of the technology for microcontrollers is that they don't even absorb more than a microwatt of power. Of course, if they're going to take and broadcast something through radio waves, they need more power than that. And temperature differences might be another one. There are devices like thermocouples that might take and be possible to use. So that's an interesting one. We'd have to go into the material in chapter 1 to see what they talk about. Number 3, what are the 2 benefits of using a layered model for network protocol development? I want you to choose 2. As you see, these are not your run-of-the-mill, multiple choice questions. Here's one, fill in the blank. So you probably, there's probably so many words that they would accept for this, so you have to really go and, take a look at the course material. Number 5, what are 2 advantages of using fiber optic cables compared with copper cables? Here's another one with a picture. They call it the exhibit. True or false? What's number 8? What is an example of a closed loop control system? Here's a matching question. 3 types you want to choose out of those. Let's see what else they might have. Let's see. Well, most of them multiple choice, but here we have to take and match. Here's another exhibit or picture as they show it. Question number 19, and that's it. So if we submit the quiz, what happens is it says I have 19 unanswered questions. I won't do very good with this. Submit it anyway, say okay. And my 3 minutes I used, current score was 0 out of 39, kept score 0 out of 38. Take the quiz again. That's probably a good idea. Keep the highest of all your scores. So just want to show you that, these quizzes exist here, except for the awkward numbering of the things, which I'm going to see if I can fix. Turns out that, your job is to go in here and do the assignments. I will not turn the final exam on until towards the end of the class. So again, you want to take a look at the online deadlines. I think that you're supposed to finish. Let me just take a look here at my reference. Let's see, complete module 1, number 1 assessment on Cisco netacad website. That would be on the end of week number 3, which is coming up. Okay, so I'm gonna drop out of this and we'll see how you do. If you have any questions, certainly